back to another video. So I'm sure all of y'all have heard the song I'm Looking for a Guy in Finance, Trust Fund, 6'5", Blue Eyes, and I understand all the words except when the lyrics trust fund come into the song. So today we're going to decode what a trust fund is, because who knows, maybe you'll need one in the future. Okay, a trust fund is a planning tool that holds assets for a beneficiary that has specific instructions. So think of it like a box. So you, it could be, say you're an entrepreneur, right? But you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You could also just be a working individual working for someone else. You would put all of your assets into this box, like your cash, your house, your cars, your rental properties, etc. So then a trustee would manage whatever is inside of this box, and the people you choose, like your children, your grandchildren, who are called the beneficiaries, would get the benefits. And this structure would create protection and control compared to a will, because if you just put it in a will, you're not giving specific instructions for your future generations to handle these assets. Okay. So some benefits of trust to entrepreneurs. This could also apply to anyone, actually. Trust help protect your assets from lawsuits or creditors, which makes sure that your business smoothly passes on if something happens to you. And this can provide tax savings depending on your situation, and can keep your ownership private. Additionally, say in your will you stated that you wanted to give $50,000 to your kids whenever you pass away. Great, but then the next day, whenever they inherit that money, they blow it off on buying the boo-boos. So whenever you have a trust, it gives specific instructions. So I want my kid to only use this $50,000 for education, for stocks, etc. And this will give you a greater sense of relief whenever you pass away. Okay, now there are different types of trust. There are revocable trust, which is flexible, so you can change it anytime. And irrevocable trust is harder to change, but it is more secure. It has stronger protection. Family trust, it often holds business shares for kids or grandchildren, whoever might inherit that. And then lastly, charitable trust help you give back to the community while saving on taxes. And this is great for leaving a legacy. So there are different types of trust. Whichever one might fit your situation will work out. Okay, let's dive into an example. So Jenny owns a house, 2 cars, a small business, and has 2 sons. She wants to make sure her kids can afford college, but is worried that her sons will spend all of her money on gambling. To ensure her children use her assets responsibly, she transfers ownership to a trust company. Jenny is still able to live in her house, use her cars, and run her business, but legally she is not the owner. The transfer of ownership would provide Jenny with tax benefits. Now suddenly, Jenny passed away due to a car accident. The trust company then follows the instructions to give a car to each of her sons, but does not transfer her house. Her kids try going to court to gain ownership of Jenny's house, but under the trust fund's instructions, which Jenny specifically made, the house can only be transferred to her sons once they turn the age 50, preventing them from claiming it early. It's very good if you want a better sense of control with all of your hard work being inherited to future generations. Okay, unfortunately there are downsides to everything. They are complex to set up. You would have to go meet with the trustee and make all of these instructions. Not the way I'm describing it, it's very simple, but in reality it would be very detailed, right? Just to ensure that everything is set to the way that you want it to be. They also come with a lot of costs, but there are separate costs. It just depends on the company you go to, and of course everyone charges different rates. And there are different tax rules depending on where you live and the assets you might have. But there are ways to work around these downsides, of course. Okay, so just remember that trusts give you a better way to protect your business, protect your assets, protect your hard work and dedication that you put along all these years, and plan for the future and leave a legacy. But just make sure that to remember that the laws do vary. So always get advice from a professional before deciding to create a trust. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!